This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Dave Allen joins me. What's happening, mate? I know you've been on a little bit of a venture to get here.
Yeah, it's been a long journey. Yeah, never been to Egypt before. I've only been in the airport, but I've been to Egypt now. So yeah, I've been.
Still another one ticked off, airport or not?
Yeah, so from my front door to here took 21 hours. Yeah, it was just been a good journey. Yeah, been enjoyable with business class. It was nice. It was an experience, but I'm ready for bed. Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about the fight Saturday instead of your sleeping schedule for now. That 21-hour journey, right? When you're on it, are you just thinking about what's going to go down on Saturday night, or do you actually have to spend that time almost not thinking about the fight and letting it consume you too much?
No, I watched Shawshank Redemption.
Such a film as well.
Yeah, I watched Shawshank Redemption. I watched a great documentary actually on the Premier League, how it started, how Sky started the Premier League, which was good. I played Pokemon Yellow on the last bit of the journey. And then we got to Egypt. I had some food there, it was nice. Then I played Pokemon all the way on the second flight because the TV wasn't working. And then we're here. I'm not getting much. Look, I've been doing this a long time, and I worry about Johnny Fisher Friday evening, Saturday into Saturday. Yeah, I've trained hard. I worry about him near the time. Now is the time, just to rest, really, sleep, enjoy the experience, and we'll worry about Johnny Fisher near the time because that's just how I am. Like I'm not a worrier really.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've had your own fun in making up that 21-hour journey. You mentioned you watched something about how the Premier League started. If we go back before the Premier League to the 80s, I feel like you do look like you could play midfield for Liverpool in the 80s at the moment with that tash.
I thought you were going to say that I was born in the 80s, and in fact I wasn't. I was born in the 90s.
How old are you now?
32.
You don't look a day over 31.
No, I think I look quite well, really. You know what?
I feel like, I'll be honest, and no offence coming from my way, I do feel like you've been a pro for a long time. A lot of my boxing sort of teenage into adult life has been centred around there being the white rhino existing.
I've been a professional boxer. This is my 13th year, so yeah, I've been doing it a long time. Obviously, boxing amateur before that, but yeah, I love the Premier League. Yeah, I love the Premier League. It was good times. I was watching it. Vinnie Jones, it was good, yeah.
In terms of Saturday night, is it a bit of a, I guess you could use the term crossroads fight, but for you, is it kind of like a fight you've almost never had before? You've been in with Olympians, you've been in with elite world level fighters, but I guess you've never really been in with what we can call a prospect on the rise. So despite the fact you've seen quite a lot in your professional career, can we call this one a first?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a different fight as well. I've had 31 fights and I've never had anyone put it on me really. Everyone kind of gets out of my way. I'm quite strong and heavy-handed, but not the best mover. So everyone, even Dylan White, Ortiz, they all kind of skirt out my way and box me and stuff. And Johnny Fisher's going to come and have a go, yeah. So it'll work out one of two ways. He'll either come out and bowl me over, or he's going to walk onto a nasty surprise. So it'll probably be. I've not had many exciting fights really, but I think this one will be, because I'll be ready for him. Yeah, if he comes out flying, I'm ready for him. So I am looking forward to it.
Do you know what was a really exciting fight? I was about to ask you what was your most exciting fight. Do you know an under the radar one?
Go on.
Bracamonte.
Yeah, that's probably
that was a war.
Yeah, that was the best fight of my career. Yeah, Eddie Hearn said to me, he said, I could beat this fella. I said, don't worry about it. Because it was on short notice. And Eddie went, I could beat this fella, don't worry about it. So I thought, all right, sound. I found him, and I sent him to Ed. I went, oh, you'd be fine with him. I could beat him myself. And I remember after I boxed him, and it was really hard, cut all my eyelids, I was knackered, proper struggled with him. And I remember leaning over and went, you could beat him, could you? I thought, I'd love to see it. So, yeah, you know what, I made hard work because I weren't fit. But if you look at Bracken, he went Dempsey McKean, he took Dempsey McKean the distance, and I stopped him. I needed a bloody inhaler, do you know what I mean, after one round. So, yeah, it was a good fight.
Obviously, against Eddie Hearn, I guess this week, you had some brilliant times, including the headline that we always kind of look back on with fond memory. But I guess you're against Mr. Eddie Hearn this week.
Yeah, I always say we've had he gave me the life I've got now. Really, big part of that was to him. We've had some ups and we've had some downs as well, but I'd love to get one over him. Of course I would. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
How's your two's relationship? No.
We don't have a relationship, and if I knew then what I knew now, I'd have boxed down Dubois for one. There is no friends in boxing, really. Apart from your team, there is no friends. So I have no hard feelings for Eddie Hearn, and he gave me what life I've got now. Big thanks to him. So I've got no hard feelings for him, but there is no friends in boxing. Not when you're Dave Allen, because I'm not a commodity, not a big enough commodity for anyone to really care about. But I wish I knew that before, but I know it now. But Ed's cool. He's all right. Yeah.
You mentioned that there's no friends in boxing, and obviously you aren't friends for the time being. But there is like a little narrative that, I guess, maybe not a friendship, but there was a relationship, you and Johnny, and he always mentions how grateful he was for the spars that you had, and obviously that was him like in his real early days. Not that there was a friendship, but there's been like quite a nice narrative going through this. Yeah. But would I be right in saying that it might have changed a little bit, and over the last couple of weeks there's a bit more, I really need to get one over on this guy, I really need to knock this guy out, in comparison to I respect this guy and we used to spar? Has it changed a little bit?
Not for me, no. I think he's a lovely kid, but like I said, I call him a lovely kid because I only really know him as a kid, you know what I mean? But he's a lovely fella, he's smart, he's nice. He's a kind, like if my son grew up to be like Johnny Fisher, I'd be over the moon, So I've got no hard feeling from him at all. Come Saturday night, I'm going to want to take his head off, do you know what I mean? But that's not personal, I think he's a lovely fella. But Saturday, I will, but he'll do the same. I think he's a very similar person to me. I think he's a nice kid, but when it comes down to scrapping, it comes down to scrapping. So all that goes out the window. But I got no hard feelings for him at all.
Yeah. Not that it is an uncomfortable question as such, but I feel like it's one I want to ask. Obviously, you flirted many a time with retirement and then coming back and this and that. There's no secret that fighters are getting paid quite nicely when it comes to Riyadh season. Win or lose, have you thought about whether this could be the last fight of your career?
I hope not, because you know what, I've been training.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I hope not, because I've been really enjoying training. I've been training. This is the first full training camp I've ever done. I've trained for 12 weeks. I've been a pro all this time. I've never trained before, really. The best camp ever with Mark, I did 5 weeks for Lucas Brown.
I was talking to him about that over breakfast at Champneys.
Yeah, I did.
The funniest story. Was it Champneys?
The Champneys camp weren't good. That was bad. That was David Price. That was really bad. But yeah, so I've trained properly. I feel like I've improved. Like Nigel and Jamie, like wow, like wow, you're like a proper fighter, like good. But yeah, I don't want it to be over. I love boxing. Like, there's nothing in this world I love doing more than boxing. So I don't want it to be over. No, win, lose or draw, whatever happens. People always say, well, you can't say you're going to lose. I'm not saying I'm going to lose, but what I'm saying is I'm a realist. I just want to box. Like people say, oh, what happens if you lose? Well, I'm not at this level, and maybe I have to drop down a level to continue. Maybe I win and I can keep on these kind of shows. But I just love boxing, to be honest. My last 2 fights were at a skateboarding place, roller skating place. I just love boxing. I love being around it. Last week, last week I had a kid I trained and managed boxing. I just love boxing. Like it's not whether it was here or that roller place. I'm ready to box at all times because I love it. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, as I say, you've all fought in some venues, and shout out Calvin Moore, by the way, debut on his birthday.
Yeah,
Love that.
Yeah, it was good. He was good as well.
Love that. Yeah. You've always got the YouTube career anyway. I know camp stories, mate. Can I just say, by the way, your views on YouTube are very impressive. I must admit, people are very interested in the stories behind what they just see.
You know what?
Like the sparring stuff, the Cameron Vong stuff in camp, sitting on the sofa just chilling. Like
1 million views in about 4.5 months, I think. Yeah, and you know what? There ain't no fancy stuff going off. It's me with my old phone. Got my spare phone just in case. Never know I'm going to see this with, do you? Me, I just get my phone. I just sit there on my sofa like that with the phone. Say hello, everyone. This weekend's boxing, or
it's always a hello, everyone.
Or I'm with Cameron Vong's mum, or I'm with whoever. Do you know what I mean? But luckily, people watch it. Yeah, so I'm not sure it's going to be. I'm not sure it's going to take off enough. But yeah, I've had such an amazing run. You know, whenever the end is the end, I'm ready for it now. You know, when I retired the first time, I wasn't ready for it to be over. Got kids now. I've got a nice life at home. Everything is good. I don't need boxing for any reason. I used to need boxing to keep me out of trouble. You know, I used to need it to financially keep me going. But now I don't need it for anything really. I do it because I love it.
Yeah. Well, you said nice life at home, and as long as you got that, mate, nothing else matters. I've got to quiz you on the big one, Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
I know what you want to happen, I guess, in terms of presuming
Well,
Tyson bringing it. I don't know. You and
Yeah.
Usyk are boys from back in the day.
Yeah.
But what do you think's going to happen in number 2?
I think Fury wins. I got some stick the other day because I said I think Fury's better. But like that's like my perception of them both from personal experience. But
It's
obviously
hardly an out there opinion, by the way, when we're talking about two elites.
No,
for
no,
you to
I
say
don't
that,
think
like,
so. I thought the first fight was close. I thought Usyk won. Like, in all fairness, Usyk won the fight. I thought, but it was close. It was close enough. You know, maybe it could have been 6 rounds apiece and been decided on the knockdown. I've not seen it recently for that to be my cast iron view of it, but I think Fury is the best I've sparred. But at this point in time, they haven't boxed for another 7 months. They're not getting any younger. No result would surprise me. In terms of who I want to win, the best man really, like me and Johnny Fisher. People say to me, "Oh, I want Johnny Fisher to win. I think Johnny Fisher's going to win." All right, that's what do you want me to do? I don't care. That's sound. What do you want me to say? Like, nice one. People say, "Oh, Johnny Fisher's going to win." Like, all right, well, that's good, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to say? So, whatever I want to happen, don't make a difference because no one cares what I want. So, I want the best man to win. You know, you get a fair decision. You know, I say a fair decision. You just want the best man to win. Because everyone's moaning lately, all close fights, the robberies, they're not the close fights, and people have different perceptions of what they're watching. So I hope the best man wins, and I hope it's another cracking fight, because the last one was very, very good.